Good morning, my dear students. Welcome back to the online classes of St. Joseph's Academy for class 5th. Subject Social Studies, Lesson 17 Natural Disasters, Part 2, presented by Durga Thapa. My dear students, today we will study the Part 2 of Lesson number 17 Natural Disasters. So first of all, we will recall our previous knowledge we have studied in the last period. Okay, so what is natural disaster? Basically, natural disasters are the events that results from the natural processes of the earth. And these events are outside the control of the human beings. That means we are not able to control them. Students, as you know now, there are so many natural disasters, but we are going to study 6 natural disasters, and they are earthquakes, cyclones, floods, drought, volcanic eruptions, and landslides. In the last video of our lesson number 17, natural disasters, we have studied earthquakes, cyclones, and floods. Now students, in this video class, we are going to study drought, volcanic eruptions and landslides. Students, our today's first topic, that means the natural disaster, is droughts. Now, we will study about what is drought, and we will also study about the effects of drought and the possible precautions we can take for the drought. Okay. My dear students, today we will study the part 2 of lesson number 17, Natural Disasters. So first of all, we will recall our previous knowledge we have studied in the last period. Okay, so what is natural disaster? Basically, natural disasters are the events that results from the natural processes of the earth. And these events are outside the control of the human beings. That means we are not able to control them. Now we will study the possible precautions for drought. Now, the public awareness on the availability of safe drinking water to follow conservation methods. As you can see in this picture, this is the old possible precaution for drought, and this is the example from the Rajasthan, where the ponds or the wells are made up for the store of the rainwater. They are making the very big wells to store the rainwater, and that can be used further in the drought time. So planning regarding agriculture drought management and a continuous monitoring of the drought, when it will happen or how we can do the things according to the drought, and the next topic is, in the last video of our lesson number 17, natural disasters, we have studied earthquakes, cyclones and floods. Now students, in this video class, we are going to study drought, volcanic eruptions and landslides. Applied. Now students, the next topic is volcanic eruptions. What are volcanic eruptions? What are the effects of volcanic eruptions? Positive effects and the negative effects and the possible precautions for the volcanic eruptions. What is a volcanic eruption? Now students, a volcano is usually a conical mountain or hill having a crater or vent through which lava, rock fragments, hot vapors and gases are erupted from the earth crust. Now magma rises through cracks in the earth crust and pressure builds up inside the earth. When this pressure is released, it causes eruption of lava and ash, and this is called the volcanic eruption. As you can see in this picture, this is the picture of the volcanic eruption in which the lava is coming out, the gases is coming out and the hot gas is coming out, the ash is coming out from the earth crust. So first of all, we will recall our previous knowledge we have studied in the last period. Okay, so what is natural disaster? Basically, natural disasters are the events that results from the natural processes of the earth. And these events are outside the control of the human beings. That means we are not able to control them. Now students, the positive effects. Lava and ash that deposited during an eruption provide valuable nutrients for the soil. It is also very fertile and it is good for agriculture because the ash that when the ash is cooled down, it provides the nutrients for the soil. So it is very good for the agriculture. And the high level heat that provide geothermal energy that can be used for as a geothermal energy. And the negative effects. Now, considerable loss of life and damage to the infrastructures happens when a volcano erupts. As you can see in this picture, when this fire, this is a fire, basically this is looking like a fire river. That means the lava is flowing in a form of river, and wherever it goes, it causes a lot of damage. Volcanic eruption causes landslides, earthquakes and the flooding that can also destroy the nature and the human lives and the other lives also. It also causes shortage of food and water supply, and human and natural landscapes are destroyed and changes forever because of the volcanic eruptions. Today, let's study the possible precautions for the volcanic eruptions. Now the first is precautionary measures before the volcanic eruptions. People who live in danger zones should be warned when to evacuate. People should know the routes and the locations of the safe shelters. Always keep the first aid kit ready. Keep proper stock of fresh water and food items that can be eat at the same time. That means packet food should be stored. Have mask to cover nose and mouth, to cover their nose and mouth from the ash. Safety of kids should be given top priority. And the precautions measures during the volcanic eruption. That means when the volcano eruption is going on. So seek cover when ash falls. Use mask to cover your nose and mouth, to cover your nose and mouth. Immediately close all doors and windows to avoid ash from getting inside. That means it should not enter in your house. Always stay at the evacuation center unless instructed to leave the center. Kids should be asked to stay indoors, remain calm and don't panic. Now the precautions after volcanic eruptions. Now the volcanic eruption is stopped. Now ensure that your house is safe. Check everything around properly. Always use masks while cleaning ash and other debris. Always follow instruction in order to avoid serious problems. Students, the last natural disaster we are going to study is landslide. Now we will study what is landslide, what are the effects of landslides, and what are the possible precautions for the landslides. Students, first of all, we will get to know what are the landslides. Now, landslides is the sliding down of a mass of earth or rock from a mountain, hill or a cliff. That means the land, a part of earth or the rock is sliding from the top of the mountain. However, landslides can also occur in regions where an activity such as surface excavation for highways, open pit mines and construction take place. Geological weak materials such as rock or soil may cause the landslides. Gradual erosions due to cutting down of vegetation, intense rainfall, human excavation, earthquakes and volcanic eruptions may also cause the landslides. And you can see in this picture how the place is destroyed due to the landslide. All the houses, infrastructure, roads, everything is blocked because of the landslide. Now students, we will study the effects of landslides. As you can see in this picture, how the houses, the settlements of the people have been destroyed due to the landslides. Now landslides accounts for considerable loss of life and property. As you can see in this picture, landslides damage communication routes, transport links, human settlements, agricultural fields and the forest lands. Landslides may block the flow of rivers for some time. It may cause havoc to the settlements and it can also cause the flood. Now let's study the possible precautions for the landslide. Some possible precautions that can be taken before and after the occurrence of the landslides are: the first one, to locate areas prone to slope failures through the hazard mapping. That means we have to locate the areas where the landslides are possible. Scientific afforestation of areas covered by degrading natural vegetation in the upper slopes. If the trees will be grown on the upper side, the trees will capture the land and capture the soil and it can stop the landslide. Developmental activity should be started in the areas only after a detailed study. At the time of the construction work, proper precaution is to be taken to avoid blockage of natural drainage. That means the natural drainage, the place for the falling down of the rainfall should not be blocked by the human activities. No construction of buildings should be allowed in areas beyond a certain degree of slope. That means the natural vegetation should not be disturbed by the human activities. Retaining walls should be constructed to check land from slipping. Engineered structures should be constructed with strong foundations. The cheapest and the most effective technique of stopping landslide is to increase vegetation cover. That means we have to plant more and more trees on the slopes of the mountains to prevent the landslides, and the deforestation should be stopped in the name of the developments. Okay? Thank you and have a nice day.